Hey guys, welcome back to Explore. Today we'll talk about the funniest moments in talk show history. Let's head into it. As television gained popularity in the mid-20th century, so too did the talk show, a holdover from the radio era that offered the masses access to celebrities, thought-provoking discussions on social issues, and more. Over the last 7 decades or so, charismatic hosts have weathered or initiated their fair share of high stock value moments, and they've done it with an audience that sometimes numbers in the millions. From Oprah's memeable card giveaway to Geraldo Rivera's broken nose, here are some of the most unforgettable incidents in American talk show history. Number 5. When Jerry Springer interviewed a man who married his horse. Of the Jerry Springer Show, near 5,000 episodes, its eponymous host remembers one of the wildest, a 1998 installment titled I Married a Horse. In it, a man named Mark Matthews calmly explained that he did, in fact, marry his horse, or more accurately, his Shetland pony. The pony, Pixel, then clip-clop out Shetland pony. The pony, Pixel, then clip-clop out onto the stage, leaving the audience aghast. Springer was equally shocked, as he didn't know that the wife in question wasn't human. As Springer told Meredith Vieira years later, he was never allowed to know what the show was about. All my card has on there are the names of the guests, and then I'm supposed to ask questions that you would ask sitting at home watching, and then make jokes. So Springer's surprise was genuine, and if you think Matthew's relationship was all for show, take his book, The Horseman, Obsessions of a Zoophile, as evidence to the contrary. Number 4. Tyra Banks' fake case of rabies. If 2000 was the biggest year for Tyra Banks' acting career, Love and Basketball, Life Size, and The Coyote Ugly all premiered then. 2010 was the second biggest, for that was the year she pretended to have rabies on her talk show. After monologuing about contracting the disease from a dog bite earlier that day, Banks began to foam at the mouth and bark belligerently. She even went so far as to lunge towards a nearby guest, who smiled through what looked like terror. Banks wasn't trying to raise awareness for rabies, which, need we say it, doesn't cause people to act like Cujo. She was just indulging in some good clean Tyra pranks. Number 3. Kristen Bell's sloth-induced breakdown on Ellen. Sloths have occupied a prominent place in American culture for years now, in part because the Ice Age franchise refuses to die, and also because the slow-moving mammals are the mascot for everyone's favorite cardinal sin. But if you had to pinpoint a single moment that pushed the sloth craze to its peak, it would probably be Kristen Bell's January 2012 interview on Ellen. Bell recounted the story of how partner Dax Shepard surprised her with a sloth for her birthday, inciting a tear-filled panic attack of excitement. Not only did viewers get to see footage of the incident, but they were also treated to an encore performance. Bell again began to cry when Ellen jokingly implied that a sloth was on set. Number 2. When Larry King and Marlon Brando crooned a duet and kissed. Marlon Brando had become something of a recluse by the 1990s, so the fact that he agreed to do an interview on Larry King Live in October 1994 was news enough, and so was the interview itself, which King conducted from Brando's home. The Godfather star was promoting his new book, Sauce My Mother Taught Me, and he and King got so chummy by the end of the 90-minute segment that they closed it out with a duet, got a date with an angel, and then they kissed. Still very much a pearl-clutching move at the time, and one for which producer Wendy Walker took some heat. When CNN's then president Tom Johnson called to ask why she let it happen, she said, "I guess I forgot to tell them that if they were having a really good time that they shouldn't kiss at the end of the show." Number 1. When Oprah gave everyone a car. On September 13, 2004, Oprah kicked off season 19 of her show by staging what seemed like the most benevolent fake-out of all time. After surprising a handful of audience members with free Pontiac G6s, the remaining spectators were each given a wrapped box and told that each box contained keys to yet another free Pontiac G6. The room then devolved into one happy mass meltdown as everyone, all of whom had been chosen to attend that day because they each needed a new car, realized every box contained keys. Though the 276 vehicles were donated by Pontiac, the fact that the new owners ended up owing some several $1,000s in income tax did retroactively rain on the parade. But what people more often remember is Oprah's repeated shouts of "You get a car," a refrain which has been memed into immortality. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.